Hello and welcome to Scaretissue.com. I'm Scott and I write under the name Trapjaw there. Today we welcome Starry Eyes star Alexandra Essoe. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty fantastic, actually. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm in Ohio and you're in LA, so you have a little
nice.
bit better weather than what I'm looking at outside. We're just
How is it out there?
Snow.
Gosh.
Snow.
Oh, I haven't seen snow in a little while.
I was going to say, you were born in Saudi Arabia and then you went to Canada? That was quite a dramatic change.
It was quite the culture shock. It was pretty intense. I had never seen snow before, so that was awesome. But, yeah.
Well, very good. In Starry Eyes, which I just finished watching and is wonderful, you play the beautiful waitress/actress Sarah, and you have very low self-esteem of yourself in that.
Mm-hmm.
How much of Sarah is in the real you?
I think, well, we both share the same sort of ambition and the same sense of wonder, I think, for what we do. Sarah, I mean, we're both hard on ourselves, but I don't really punish myself the way Sarah does. Sorry?
I said I would hope not.
Oh gosh, yeah, no.
Sarah really does not like herself at all.
No, well, it's because it's interesting about Sarah because she's sort of a victim of her own ideals. She has this impossible vision of what she should be, and she just doesn't measure up in her opinion, and it's almost like she feels like she never really will, which is why it's so, unfortunately so easy to exploit her.
Very good. I just finished reading that you like to fight on the internet. It is so on. What are we fighting about?
You read what on the internet?
You like to fight with strangers on the internet.
Oh.
What do we like to fight about?
Well, it depends. I mean, I don't, Where did you read that? That's so funny.
It's on the Starry Eyes official website. It's in your biography is hilarious.
Oh, good. I don't have a lot of patience for uninformed comments. Especially when it's about, something that I really like or am passionate about.
Okay.
And I mean, it's not like I don't like to troll or anything like that. I think that's a really silly way to spend your time, just working people into a frenzy. But so I don't, it's easy to sort of devolve into F you back, all of this stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's the sort of childish part of me where someone is wrong on the internet, and sometimes I can let it go, and sometimes I simply can't.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's why people are a little more rude than they were.
Yeah, I think so, and especially when it is something that I really do feel strongly about, like social issues or something like that. I just gotta say something.
In the movie Starry Eyes, you have some very good and bad auditions. What's the worst audition that you've ever had? No names, please.
Oh God, no! I would never. That was the worst audition. Honestly, the worst audition that I've ever had was probably one that I really messed up on. I had, oh gosh, yes, it was one of my first auditions, and it was in Vancouver, and I got sent out for a role that I was not ready for, and I wasn't used to. I mean, I just started at acting school, and it was like, oh God, it was like 15 pages or something like that, and the casting director, to his credit, was extremely patient with me, but I had to like keep starting and stopping, and I messed up lines, and I would like make a choice, and I'm like, what am I doing? I didn't even make that choice when I was rehearsing, and it was just a disaster. But what's interesting is that casting director ended up casting me in my very first role in anything ever.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah, it was really, I thought that was extremely nice of him to take another chance on me, so.
Well, very good. He must have seen something in you.
Hopefully, yeah.
Have you run across any of the creepy directors/producers like we see in Starry Eyes?
Totally, yeah. You're gonna encounter that. I mean, there's people like that in every industry. But I find that they especially flock to the entertainment industry because there's such a what word am I looking for? The distribution of power is extremely uneven.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
almost
easy.
Like a desperation.
Absolutely, yeah, and it's very easy to dangle the carrot because everybody wants it so badly. You meet people and they're like, oh, you would be perfect for this project I'm doing with this celebrity or that celebrity, or you'd be, blah, blah, blah. Let's meet for drinks and talk about it. And you have to be like, red light, no thanks. That's fine. You got a contract, I'll look at it, but no. After 6, my time is my own.
So, here's the big question. What would you be willing to give up for stardom?
For stardom?
Yeah.
My time. My social life. That's probably about it.
Yeah. I think that's a given, but I think that's part of the issue is that when you start looking at, and I've heard many people say this, in order to make it in Hollywood, you have to become obsessed with the process.
You do. It's so true. But I mean, why? I mean, otherwise, why are you doing it in the first place?
Right.
If you're
gonna lose yourself completely, then why are you doing it?
You gotta love it. Yeah, you have to love every single part, and you have to remember that this is a business too. You have to be ready for the early mornings and showing up and working all day and being on your feet, and that's all part of it. You have to embrace it. So. Honestly, I love it so much, it's not even hard to make those kinds of sacrifices. Because I really don't know what else I would rather be doing. I mean, I certainly didn't move to LA to date and go to movies, so.
I'm completely with you on that.
Yeah.
I see that you're finishing up there. You're actually in post-production on The Divine Order.
Yes. The Divine Order, starring the gorgeous and extremely talented Tamsin Brown. She's actually been a friend of mine for quite some time, but she's also one of the most talented actresses that I know. And I really hope that she gets all the attention that she deserves because she puts so much into this part, and it was so. I mean, my role is
look out for that. What any other projects that you have?
More of the comic relief. Sorry?
What's that?
I said my role's a little more of the comic relief in the movie.
So not as serious in this role.
No, not nearly as much. Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but that was so much fun to film. It also stars Andy Gates, who, apart from being a great actor, is one of the kindest human beings I've ever met. It's written and directed by Patrick O'Bell, who has, a very accomplished writer. He's been around for ages, and also a total delight to work with. It was such a fun set.
What was it like working with Dennis and Kevin?
Oh, it was awesome. They work so well together. They're so in tune with each other. They respect each other. They respect the other actors. They respect the process. They give excellent notes. If there's ever any choices that I wanted to make that maybe weren't in the script or that would maybe, add a little something different to Sarah, they always were open to it. They would talk with me about it. And they were very, very gentle with me because there are a lot of things about the movie that are very taxing, both emotionally and physically. And they were so gentle with me. Actually, everyone was so delightful, and they really took care of me. So I felt like I was in very good hands, and I was in very good hands, as it turns out.
Yeah, and the film really went in a very dark place with your character, and they were able to handle it with class. I mean, it really could have spiraled out of control there.
Yes, yeah. No, that's actually completely true. And we've talked about that before, how it could have sort of devolved into some sort of campy horror bloodfest, such and such. And they really stayed true to the statement that the film made and to the journey that Sarah goes on. I mean, they really saw it all the way through to the end, and they didn't compromise their vision, which I respect so much.
Well, very good. What can we follow you on? Can you want to give a shout out on all your social media?
Oh, sure, yeah. Social media. This is new territory for me. I am on Twitter and Instagram as Alex Essoe, all one word. Okay. And so that'll be a good way to keep up with me. I'm almost done with a Facebook page, so as soon as that's up and running, I'll shoot it out into the ether.
All right. Well, look for us out on Scaretissue.com. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure talking to you today.
You as well. It was an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
And you have a hit on your hands, so be prepared.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, have a great one, man. Don't get too cold up there, and you too.
Bye.
Bye.